the stare of the champion against the challenger. Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Wait a minute!
5, 4. Yeah, what's good? It's your boy, Celeb. It's your boy, Katana, Toy Fool. What's happening? What's going on, everybody? This is Wrestling Unleashed podcast. You feel me? And we back. We ain't been on for a couple of days. People, man, life has been going on. You know what I'm saying? Life has been happening, and that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get right into this thing. You feel me? We're gonna get right into it. Jay, what's going on, man? What you got for us?
Well, shit, like you said, we've been kind of busy. We both been working on different schedules this week, so it's been kind of hard for us to click up on things. We have Sunday Night Dynasty. I don't think we addressed last. I don't think we got the chance to address that yet on a podcast. So we'll probably talk Dynasty first, and then and go from there to Monday Night Raw, and then Dynamite.
Okay. What you thinking, man? What you got on your mind, man? Where you want to start at, man? I'm with you wherever you want to go.
What did you think about Dynasty?
I gotta admit. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay, I gotta
Oos.
I gotta admit, man. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty good in the neighborhood. You feel me? It was pretty good.
Right, making a believer of y'all over there that only tune in so frequently.
You ain't making me a believer. I kind of knew that AEW had talent, but you did put me onto a lot of different things. I ain't gonna lie about that. You did put me onto a lot of different things, and
I was very not trying to be a glazer of the AEW right now, but I think that that was one of the better. That's probably the best pay-per-view I've seen since the Rumble.
Yeah, I agree.
I think honestly, I think that might be the most spot-heavy, sequency event that I've seen in a while, maybe all year. Maybe the most unpredictable event that I've seen all year.
Okay. What makes you say that?
Cause it seemed like Tony Khan was just in the back with a fucking magic 8-ball, and he was shaking that shit like, should this person win? Yay or nay? Ask again later. And he was just like doing really weird shit. Like the endings for a lot of matches were very, very abnormal. A lot of good stuff, honestly, to say about all the matches, but there was a few of them that I think had lackluster endings or maybe confusing endings. Let me get at a full screen right here, because I was trying to see what you were doing on the game over there for a second, because I was like, who is this? But yeah, there's
in a minute.
What was the first Oh yeah, Kevin Knight and Will Ospreay.
What's up with Kevin Knight and Will Ospreay? What's going on with them? What you got going on over there? What you think about them?
So I don't know. Are you familiar with Kevin Knight?
No.
He's one half of the Jet Set The Intergalactic Jet Setters.
Okay. Oh yeah, from
And
New Japan.
yeah. And he recently signed with AEW, and that match with him and Will Ospreay was ridiculous. Like really, really good sequences, really well put together. And he just he's looking really good in AEW since he signed with AEW. And I just watched him on MLP, like a Canadian promotion,
Uh-huh.
before he signed with AEW. Then you had, what was after that? I'm pretty sure, I want to say Will Ospreay won that. And then you had the tag match between the Hurt Syndicate and the Learning Tree.
The who? The Hurt Syndicate? That's what they call them now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We hurt people. We hurt people. Yo, their entrance is hilarious. Their entrance song's crazy. But it's so crazy to see MVP, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin in a faction together.
It is. It really is.
It's crazy.
It really is. I ain't gonna even lie, it is.
Then you had so in that match, shenanigans, of course.
Always.
You had MJF from the crowd ended up hitting fucking Cass.
Did you see how fuck, what's it called? What's it, FTR turned on
Yeah. Crazy. That was crazy. I wasn't really a fan of that faction. I felt like it was one of those like forced factions, like something that you would see someone make on 2K. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, let's put Edge with this random tag team.
Yeah.
Or Cope. Sorry.
Cope? What a name.
Sorry.
That's a hell of a name, man. I thought we was, kids, you came up with a name, Cope.
Then you had Monet versus Julia Hart.
Mercedes Monet.
Yeah. It was a pretty good match with the Monet train continuing on its track because she won like she does.
How many belts she got? 8?
I think she got 4.
That's crazy. The only thing she ain't got is Tony Storm's belt.
Yeah, she's got a lot of gold. At least I think she only got 4.
She ain't never had as many as Kenny Omega or Kurt Angle has.
Man. That band. So did you see the Bandito and Chris Jericho match? The mask versus title match?
Yeah.
I was not a fan.
No.
I felt like the whole thing. Now let me say how I wasn't a fan of it. I love the actual athleticism and the wrestling and the spots and all that of it. What I didn't like was the shenanigans, the storyline, and the ending of the match, the restarting of the match.
Yeah, that was kind of. I was like, "Why you restart the match? What was that all about?"
Come on now. That kind of like I don't know, that kind of like stepped outside of the whole gimmick of like long-term wrestling lore. You have it so like the ref doesn't listen to the crowd. The refs never listen to the crowd when someone cheats and the crowd's saying, "Hey motherfucker, he cheat." You know what I'm saying? How would the ref
The ref
how
don't give a damn.
how would the ref even hear you?
I mean, it's so loud in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so loud. How would the ref
It's
even
super
hear?
loud in there. So, shit, you got me there. How can he hear you?
Either that, or why would they listen to you anyways? Because that's part of the whole wrestling lore. Like the kayfabe is that the ref don't really listen to the crowd like that. Cheating happens all the time, and people in the crowd yell shit
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, he cheated. Oh, he," you know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm gonna just say this.
So that was one of the things. That was one of the things I had a problem with. I was like, okay, that shit right there don't make sense, because that literally ruins all the damn all the wrestling lore that we've known up until that point.
I
As
mean,
far as like as far as cheating goes, look at all the lying, cheating, stealing that Eddie Guerrero and Chavo did together, and how many times were people in the crowd yelling shit in frustration?
hey, I'm gonna just say this, man. Think about all the time fucking Roman Reigns cheated. That whole fucking almost 4 years he's had the belt, he cheated his whole every single match.
Yeah,
Think
so
about fucking Ric Flair, the dirtiest player in the game. He
right.
cheated every single
And think
time.
of how many people in those crowds were saying shit every time.
Nobody hears your ass. Nobody hears you.
You know what I'm saying? And even if they did, it's part of the kayfabe to not listen.
Right.
But hats off to Bandito. It wasn't, and Jericho. It wasn't really like the match itself was good.
Yeah, Jericho still has some Jerichoholics out there.
Oh yeah, I like Jericho, man. People knock on Jericho, but
I ain't knocking on nobody though, bro. I don't ever. You never hear me say, "Oh, nothing." Like the only person I've ever tried to ever said anything bad about is like, and I ain't really trying to talk bad about her. Is Charlotte Flair, because I feel like every single time something happens, she get put right back up to the top. And I mean, like everybody's like, "Oh, it's because the name Flair."
I used to be a big Charlotte Flair fan. Like when she first was a thing coming up, I was like, yo.
I was never a fan. I never could be.
I thought it was a dope. I thought it was I thought the Nepo baby thing was cool at first.
The only Nepo babies I really like is like The Rock, Cody, Roman. Like it especially Cody Rhodes. Like
He's about to go down the whole list. The Rock.
nah, because I had to think about it. Like there's not many I really like. Yes, but Cody Rhodes is where it stops. Like it really stops like right there, because I don't listen. I don't really. And I mean, you can scold me. Everybody can scold me whenever I say this, whatever. I feel like Cody's the only one that really had to work his ass off to get where he is. The only Nepo baby that really had to work his ass off to get where he is. Like, Charlotte didn't have to work too hard to get there. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, oh, well, there's no other Nepo babies that's women. So what? She still didn't have to work that hard to get there. It was just an easy route. You know what I'm saying? It was just skyrocket. Here you go, all the belts. The only thing that Charlotte hasn't done, maybe she has, was have the unified titles. I don't think she's held 2 belts at the same time. But I also think she has. But because I remember, Becky Lynch did.
All right, before we get into WWE too much more,
Let's go back over some indie shit.
Kenny Omega, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Ricochet.
That was a hell of a match. Ricochet's bald head, man. I feel sorry for his bald head.
I think it's hilarious that people smacking him on top of the head has become like a thing.
Nigga, that shit used to be so back in the day. You remember when niggas used to get a fresh cut and you slap the shit out of him in the back of the
I think
they bringing it back, bro. Every time I see this shit,
I'm a huge fan of that whole gimmick.
Bruh, that shit is so funny. I don't know.
I think it's hilarious that they both hit him with it. They both did it like back to back, like they both got a slapping on that.
Bro, that shit is hilarious. Just slapping the shit out of him.
And just all the unique like spots they did. Like they did a lot of different stuff.
They did. They really did. You know, that what was that? That 450 knee drop to the back. Oh my god.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Right after he did the Danielson kick.
Oh no, that's just the 450 knee drop.
Yeah, the 450 knee drop.
Then he has the his special, the Ultimate Weapon is a shooting star press into a knee drop.
That boy is something ridiculous.
Yeah, Mike
Bailey's something crazy, bro. He's something crazy. I got him on the game. I went and looked at it for him on the creator.
His new attire is crazy, bro. I liked it.
Yeah, that's because he making a little bit more moolah. He making that fettuccine now. And you notice, bro. Some people take that money and they run with it. Some people take the money and they start eating.
Yeah.
Like they eat and they lose everything. Heavy can't fly over the ropes.
Yeah, that match was crazy.
Yeah, it was. But Kenny Omega still came out.
Kenny retaining his belt as we knew he would.
Yeah,
Tony retaining her belt as we called it as well.
I ain't gonna lie.
Always rooting for my girl Tony, bro.
That match was. I'm not even gonna lie. That match between Toni Storm, it was kind of mid, but it was still good. Like I can't say it sucked or anything, but it was just mid. It wasn't like a spectacular match. It was a good match. You know what I'm saying? I wanted more from it. I think that's what I wanted more from it, but I didn't get it.
I did want a little bit more too, but Toni Storm's entrance, amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that, you know what I'm saying? I don't think every match needs to be. Maybe it's good the way that they ended it right there.
Yeah.
Are they maybe lingering on a different storyline, or are they maybe just ending that so she can start something else? And not every fight is some extraordinary legendary fight in your career.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, yeah.
If you're a boxer, as she was referencing to Rocky in her entrance, you know what I'm saying? Not everyone Rocky fought was some extraordinary match. You know what I mean? I'm sure. So maybe that's just gonna cut off that and start something else, or maybe that ended that way to lead into Megan Bain wanting a rematch because the way it ended, but I don't think she's really entitled to a rematch. So I think it'd be more logical that rivalry's kind of that matchup's kind of over.
It might be.
Because I don't know. I think she's called her. I mean, I'm sure Tony can think of more bars to call her, but more things to say. But maybe they think it's better to go in a different direction and have new lines with Tony's promos. And you also got to think that you have Shirakawa coming in, which
Who?
is uh Mina Shirakawa.
Oh yeah, from New Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
so
AEW has a working relationship with New Japan, so
so
it's always dope to
you're
bring them.
probably gonna see something between those two soon, I would imagine.
That would be dope.
Um, Adam Cole captured the AEW TNT Championship
Boy, did
from
Adam Cole lose a lot of weight, man.
yeah.
He did, man. I don't know, man. I was looking at him. I was like, damn, what happened, bro? Like, then you got to realize, when you go through sicknesses and stuff like that, time off, shit happens, man.
Yep, you do.
What you over there drinking that tropical Sprite?
Yeah.
That's that bomb shit right there.
um, then you had. What'd you think of the John Moxley finish, bro? The Moxley and Swerve match.
I wanted Swerve to win, even though he said "fuck Booker T" at the end. I wanted Swerve to win. You know what I'm saying? I never,
Also
and
want Swerve to win, but
I'm not
when he
even
said
gonna lie to
fuck
you.
Booker T at the end, I'm not gonna lie. I lost some. I
I
lost some
that's why I
respect
was about.
for
I lost
Swerve.
some respect because you could have went to him personally and said like, "Hey, bro, fuck you." You didn't have to go and do some internet gangster shit like that.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
But
That
beyond
just kind
that,
of
like,
showed. And Booker T old as hell. Ain't that nigga a senior citizen?
but be, but
Ain't
beyond
Booker
that,
T? Hold on, Swerve. Nigga, ain't nobody said this to you. But this is gonna go live, man, and people gonna see this, man. I'm gonna say this, bro. You can call me whatever. I don't give a fuck. But you talking to a senior citizen, my guy. This is either kayfabe or if you really meant that from your heart and soul, and you had your feelings involved in that, like, hey, fuck you, Booker T. Like, Booker hella old, bro. Man, with his old ass. He can't even do the spinner Rooney no more, I don't think. Leave him alone, man.
but beyond that, it's like, why would you? I just feel like like Booker T said in an interview recently, it's like biting the hand that feeds you, because that's someone who could put you over and probably give you a lot of opportunity in the industry, and you
You
chose
just
to
said fuck him.
instead, yeah, snub that bridge. You burned that bridge that could have been, you
That
know.
could have been a long bridge too, through a lot of different platforms and avenues for him. But I
Right.
guess this is what happens when I ain't even gonna lie. I'm very pro black, and you know this, but I also see things from the bigger picture when people hit me with facts, like you always do, and it's always something like this, like it's something with black folks, man. We always in competition with each other, like, and you wonder why. I was about to say something, but I figured that I don't want to get canceled, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Fuck it. You wonder why black folks don't get the push in these professional wrestling companies. It's because they feel like we don't know how to handle the spotlight. Because you see what happens when Swerve got it. he out here like, man, you
I'm
just
sure
took the
that's
whole.
gonna. I'm sure that's gonna. I'm pretty sure Tony Khan's a huge Booker T fan.
I'm pretty sure everybody's a huge Booker T fan.
Right.
Booker T ain't done nothing to nobody. All he did was say, "Can you dig it, sucker?" And tell me he did not. I guarantee Booker T, when he said that, tell me he did not just say that.
Right.
And took the whole focus off of himself and put it on me. I'm not even in the ring no more. You just turned every single eye back on me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I have way more fans than you do. And I'm not hating on Swerve. I love Swerve and what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga done got the needle stuck through his cheek and all sorts of shit, doing massive things, doing massive, spots. Like, oof.
Yeah.
But so I respect him. But I lost some when he said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that
Oh,
that
Mark
kind of bothered me.
Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher had one hell of a match.
I missed that one.
That match was really
No, I
good.
didn't. I seen that one. That was actually really good. Yeah.
Yeah, that match was really good. I don't know how much they've worked together with each other, but
There's a lot of chemistry there.
yeah, I imagine there has to be because
There's a lot of chemistry there. I don't know, like,
that's
a
really
lot of these
good.
guys have worked a huge amount of indie circuits together.
Because there was a lot of spots in that match. There was a lot of crazy spots in that match, and they took really, like, the timing on their bumps was just really, really good. Like, in the way they were selling their bumps was really good.
But you got to remember, Mark Briscoe, part of the Briscoe brothers, man. He been around doing his thing for a minute, man.
Yeah.
He been doing his thing, so he know what he doing, bro. Like, it's crazy. I'm a huge WWE fan. It's crazy that the WWE never tried to go after the Briscoe brothers. It was weird.
Right.
Probably wouldn't have never used them right anyway. What else did they have? I know they had one more match, didn't they? They had one more.
I want to say that was pretty much it, with the Young Bucks coming out at the end of that.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Okay, and then they nailed.
They're pretty much the reason they are the reason that Mox won.
But that's stupid though, man. Like, they come out and help everybody.
I just think it was
Swerve should have won, and then they still should have came out and kicked his ass. But Swerve should have won. What you think about here tonight? What you think gonna happen here tonight? Matter of fact, what you think about Monday night?
yeah, that was
Did you see Carlito get
that damn spear cell was
bro?
The cell on that spear was insane.
Bro, the sale that he did, bro, I really thought he got snapped in half,
and,
bro. Like,
and then he like tweeted something about his funeral service.
Bro, that shit was hilarious. I started laughing my ass off. I was like, yo, Carlito. Yeah, you're about to earn some TV time after that. You earned some TV time on Monday night. He's gonna be back on Raw. Watch, I swear. He earned him some TV time. Like, if you don't put him on TV after that, like, he literally took a spear. This man was running like 20 miles an hour down that damn. Like, come on, bro. He was full speed.
I was not expecting that, to be honest.
No, I was not. I was like, yo, is he? Oh!
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yo, what the fuck was that? That was crazy.
The Seth Rollins Paul Heyman thing. How
what the fuck?
How weird is
this is like what we were talking about. What if Paul Heyman turns on both of these dudes and goes with Seth Rollins.
And it's looking like that is a
possibility.
A possibility now, which is
you owe me a favor now. Like what? What favor does Paul Heyman owe you now? What do you need? Oh, I know.
Are we just gonna see Paul Heyman not go with any of them and bring in
Brock Lesnar?
Someone like Brock or
look, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. So Paul Heyman's gonna get in a mix where he has to choose between all three of them, and somebody's gonna get ready to attack him, and then somebody's music is gonna hit. And it's gonna be a new Paul Heyman man. No new Paul Heyman man right then in the making. Getting the torch passed to him. Well, all three top Paul Heyman guys. It would have been dope if Brock Lesnar was in. Then it would have been all four Paul Heyman guys.
But there's three of them.
But Brock Lesnar is four.
Does Paul Heyman either needs three individuals or one really badass individual who can take on three individuals.
And only one person that I know that can take on three individuals. And that's Brock Lesnar. Or Obafemi. But he ain't over like that. So I don't think, and like I said, he ain't gonna get
the return of
listen, the crowd gonna see Obafemi come out and they're gonna be like, who the fuck is this?
What if it's the return of Rusev?
It ain't gonna hit. That ain't gonna put asses. That shit ain't gonna put asses in the seats.
That ain't gonna pop.
That ain't gonna pop.
Brock Lesnar
will pop, bro. Brock Lesnar puts asses back in the seats a massive way.
Right.
In a massive way. And Raw now becomes the A show again. Because guess what? Now Roman Reigns is going to want to go to Raw because that's where they're going to put Brock Lesnar to try to go against Brock Lesnar. CM Punk is going to want to go against Brock Lesnar. And Seth Rollins is going to want to go against Brock Lesnar. So now we have a makings of
Seth and Brock would be a good match.
Who?
Seth and Brock would be a...
That already happened.
I think it'd be a good match now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With the push now.
Yeah, the way that Seth Rollins is now, yeah. I mean, but that would be the only ideal thing I can think of. Brock Lesnar coming back at WrestleMania. Nobody has talked about Brock Lesnar. Nobody thinks Brock Lesnar is going to make a return at all because of what's going on with those allegations.
Well, we know we at least know that the my favorite theory of Ric Flair being involved in Cena and Cody's match is out of the picture, because Ric Flair said in an interview recently that he can't do that because he works with AEW.
That's what I said. I was like, he's too busy styling, profiling over it. He wooed at AEW, and now nobody's gonna let him woo back in WWE. It's not gonna happen, bro. And Sting, he's not gonna at the Hall of Fame either. So just count it out. I don't know what it is about these guys. They really hate each other so much. They're like,
the tribalism is real.
Huh?
I said the tribalism is real.
Like, bro, what the fuck?
Even at that level.
Right.
You had another pointless signing of the contract for the women's title.
I feel like this is just a waste of time.
Right.
I keep saying this all the time, but I don't make the promotions. I don't do the promotions. I mean, I never got hired to the WWE. And probably never will. But I feel like there's a lot more space than you can do.
There's way more
a contract signing.
There's so many different angles.
Man, like start doing like some scripted shit, like some movie scene scripted shit, like where y'all go through like a scene and like, you know what I'm saying? Like do something to where the fans are like really intrigued in something. Bring back the, something like the Lucha Underground used to do. Like bring it back. And if you ain't got people to do that, nigga, go to the goddamn Full Sail University right there in Orlando, Florida. There's a lot of people who want to get involved with that videography shit and to pull through on some real dope ass stuff. Like it's starting to get the middle of the ring. And I'm nothing against what's his name, but he called Rhea Ripley part of the Judgment Day. And part of the Judgment Day. I was like, yo, she hasn't been part of the Judgment Day for like 6 months, buddy. I guess you're all right there, man. You've been stressing so much. I guess it's,
I mean, hey. Gotta slip up. You gotta slip up eventually. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's not the first or last time it'll happen.
Nah, man. But I feel like, it is what it is.
He might be, hitting that slope like Hulk Hogan and Macho Man.
Yeah.
But the Penta versus Dominic Mysterio match was dope. I was a fan of the match.
Penta's starting to learn the slow pace movement of the WWE.
I was a fan of the Dominic's Mexican Destroyer.
Yeah.
That was dope.
You can't call it the Canadian Destroyer because it's not a Canadian do it. So when an American does it, is it called the American Destroyer?
I forget what they were. I think it's actually.
So what about if a black person does it? Hey.
That's crazy.
Yo. Oh shit.
That's crazy.
That's funny as hell, bro. You know that's funny shit. Come on, man. Come on, man. And you know that's some funny shit. You had to think about this shit for a second, like, yo, wait. And what?
That's crazy.
Oh, fuck. The African American Destroyer. There it is. American Destroyer. Bro. Oh, fudge. Man, that's some funny shit right there.
Man, I could have sworn that I seen somewhere that it was called something else, but I guess not.
This is the American Destroyer, bro.
What you said was crazy. I wasn't a fan of Jey Uso's promo.
I was. Because I'm gonna ask a motherfucker the same thing. If if I feel like now that I feel like I'm scared and I've been counted out. It's funny. I've actually said something like that to somebody when I was younger. Like when I was younger, not like in high school. I'm gonna tell you when. Like when I was locked up, I really walked. I'm scared, bruh. I told him like, nigga, I'm scared, but there's a time for everything, bruh. And that ain't finna, that's not finna fly. I got my ass whipped that night. I didn't roll up.
Oh, man.
I did not roll up. I stayed and wrapped my fucking wounds up. Looked like a damn burrito.
You had the New Day and the War Raiders.
I kind of like both of their new gimmicks. I'm not gonna lie. The Roar Raiders leaving that Viking look was, ridiculous. I'm glad they're doing like more of a biker, a biker look. Is this Damian Priest coming down to the corner with the gift of the Gods Championship belt? It is, but
The gift
yeah,
of the
man. I like the new days. New shit too. Like I like all their shit, bro. I like everything that they're doing. I like their new
I'm not a fan of the heel New Day. I feel like when they had Big E and it was all
you remember though, Big E was the one that, even when they did, remember when they first started the New Day, they was the heels. They were heels. People forget that. But they've been positive, the power of positivity for fucking so long that to try to change it to the bad day and be the power of negativity is kind of, everybody's like, damn, man, you lame as hell.
Right. I don't like it. I'm
You know what I mean?
I'm not biting the.
I wanted them to ditch the pancake gig. Okay? Ditch the pancakes. Don't ditch the bootios. I like the bootios thing, but don't ditch
I
the
felt
throwing
like
the
the
pancakes.
pancakes was good too, man. The pancakes, the bootios, the everything. Everything was hilarious because without the pancakes,
There is no cereal. That's true. There's no breakfast.
well, not just that, but there's the gimmick of using it for Kofi, the stack of pancakes. So
Yeah, but
I feel
I
like
mean, we gotta see what they do, because the New Day, they're very creative. All three of them were. Big E, maybe there's something that's about to happen with Big E, where Big E makes a return or something like that. Maybe Big E makes the return at WrestleMania that nobody knows about, and he's all WWE Universe, and they like, oh shit, don't you dare, be sour, and he come out, bruh. Oh, y'all want to go big? Well, say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he come out and fuck up the New Day's WrestleMania opportunity of winning those belts. Because I can see that happening too. I can see a lot of potential. The reason why they were like, oh, we ain't gonna have so much good promos all the way up is because we're gonna have a lot of surprises at WrestleMania. Because really, if you really think about it, Royal Rumble and WrestleMania was always supposed to be the land of the surprises. Oh yeah, and SummerSlam. You're always expecting something special to happen, someone to come that you don't know, or some huge signing, like, you know what I'm saying? Something or a huge return. It's always like that. And that's what they're trying to, I guess that's what they're trying to go back to, instead of, okay, we're going to build up a whole bunch of buildups and what's going on. We're going to keep you in suspense because you never know what may happen now. Somebody can interfere. This person can interfere. Penta has a match at WrestleMania, right?
Right.
Against who?
Oh no, he doesn't, does he?
I thought it was against Dominic Mysterio.
No.
Okay, no. Because if he does, and the Judgment Day joins in, we know for a fact those lights are cutting off. And Ray Phoenix is hitting that entrance.
I don't think anyways.
Look, it was just confined a few other matches, and I said it like that, confined. There goes the tribal chef.
Oh, he does have a match. That's right. The Fatal 4-Way with Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Dominic.
Those lights are going off. and Ray Phoenix is coming out, bruh. I'm telling you, because they're gonna start jumping them. The Judgment Day is gonna start jumping Braun Breaker, and or Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor get into it, and the Judgment Day breaks up. Finn Balor leaves the Judgment Day.
Well, that's bound to happen.
That's probably what's going to end up happening.
That's bound to happen.
Now that's probably
a fatal four-way. Do you think? I don't know.
I think they can jump Braun Breaker and Penta, and then just leave it up to them, and somebody's turning on each other. Someone's turning, and now there's no disqualifications in like the triple threats or fatal four ways anymore. There's no disqualifications.
I just feel like it would be hard. I feel like the wrestling logic, the kayfabe, would argue that Braun Breaker and Penta take that match. I don't see, even with Finn and Dom teaming up, you're dealing with a monster and a beast of a luchador. A monster in his own right. He's kind of on some dark, crazy shit.
Yo, Braun Breaker. We got to remember, he is a Steiner.
Penta's the kind of guy that'll like snap your arm and then talk about how he likes dragons and
how he's so humble. He's a very humble guy. He broke his arm, and I felt so bad about when I broke it, but I had to do it because it's what I have to do. Sorry.
So I would argue that the kayfabe wouldn't make sense for them to go that route. Now there is a bunch of other ways that they could go. Like you said, Ray Phoenix could definitely be involved.
That would be dope.
I could definitely see that happening.
Well, we got an opportunity right now to where it's like all that can change from an Intercontinental belt championship belt to a three-man tag. Shit can change, man. The way the WWE likes to pivot now, they can go ahead and pivot and throw an alley-oop.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, WWE is more into the storytelling and the completing of the stories. They brought that back because of Cody. I want to complete stories. I like the stories. Where AEW is, I want the wrestling, and I'm all elite. It's going to be about the wrestling. You know what I mean? We're gonna wrestle our fucking asses off.
Did you end up watching Dynamite?
No. I'm going to though. You already know I got to catch up. You already know the work schedule.
I'll let you catch up on that before.
Let me catch up. Don't tell me nothing because I gotta catch up. I like to watch it. I'm gonna go back on the little site and watch that thing.
Yeah, we can talk about that next episode. We'll throw that in with the
on Sunday. We be on Sunday. We back on the schedule. We back on schedule. We staying on schedule.
Whatever happens tonight.
Oh, tonight?
We'll talk about whatever happens tonight.
John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. Yeah, so I think we're gonna get another dope promo between him and Cody because they got to give us two good solid wins for WrestleMania.
Cody Rhodes is making his return for sure.
Yeah.
Addressing the upcoming match with John Cena.
Hey, it'd be dope though, man. And I'm sorry to say this, since John Cena said he ain't gonna give us nothing, at least give us that ball spot going.
That's crazy. The women's tag team gauntlet is gonna be happening tonight.
Oh yeah, for the women's belts that don't even fucking barely exist. Come on, man. I mean, you gotta put some the women's belts need to be defended more. They need to be more tag team women that stay together. Like you have one tag team group, and then or two that fight for the belts. Like what? What? And you got all these women just sitting around at home.
That's crazy.
Like, come on, man. If you're not gonna let them wrestle on the men's show,
Priest and
give them their own show.
Priest and McIntyre also are gonna have a little segment. Then we have
Sayer.
Phoenix.
Look at this, man. He said, I want to do WWE moves in real life with you. Let us do a home WWE match, bro. Like a backyard wrestling type match.
Okay.
That'd be fun. That would be fun.
Ray Phoenix versus Berto.
Oh shit. That's tonight?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Hey, but you know what? Berto's dope.
So most of tonight's gonna be the women's gauntlet.
Most of tonight gonna be about the women?
Yeah.
Okay.
A good portion of it.
I mean, hopefully we get some good matchups.
Promos, and then Ray Phoenix versus Berto.
Hey, the women be botching a lot, bro. They be fucking up.
That's crazy. Whoa. Nah, bro. Reversal.
Not if I can see it coming. You got to remember, we part of the same clan. So you're gonna probably get hit with a lot of double team moves, man. You ain't gonna have a chance. It's gonna be quick strikes coming from all types of ways, man. The move sets over this way is kind of crazy, fam. Just gonna let you know. Just gonna let you know. Between the two of us, our move set's kind of crazy, man. It's a lot of hurt business over here.
Yeah.
Now I ain't trying to just, you know.
When
we got a real dope ass high flyer too.
When people got Super Saiyans on their walls and Muay Thai posters.
Oh my god, that's just that, bro. You don't want to see the nunchucks and nigga got and all that shit, the size and the sabers and all that. What the fuck?
This man's doing the open challenge, fucking.
I accept all challenges. Wait a minute, Sayer. Hey, is he an indie wrestler? Is Sayer an indie wrestler from out here in North Carolina? I remember hearing the Sayer out here in North Carolina, an indie wrestler though. But it might not be. Anyway, we're from the East Coast, bro. We're out here in the East Coast. That's enough said on that. But yeah. We gotta be sure, man. Tonight is huge. It's huge. And if you notice, from now on, WWE just needs to go ahead and just let the shit loose. Let them loose. Hey,
I'm not gonna lie. Now? I'm not gonna lie. That's really. If Charlotte Flair and Tiffany wasn't proof of that last week, I don't know what was.
I mean, when you tell a motherfucker they're 0-3, like in marriages, you're 0-3 in marriage. Like, and then since then, everybody's been comparing her marriage length to like Roman Reigns' like title reign. Shit. Bruh, they are hurting. Like they're hurt. Like Charlotte is getting hurt out there. Yeah. And you know what she's gonna try to do at WrestleMania, and she's gonna end up probably getting hurt again. Is trying to outdo something or overdo herself.
She's gonna try to cut some type of promo.
She got to be by herself.
Or she gonna.
She can't be where the people can boo the hell out of her either.
I don't even know. I feel like
I love when people boo me. Boo me, bitch.
I honestly feel like she got buried in that.
She did.
Like I don't know if she can recover from that.
There's no recovery from that, bro. I thought somebody was gonna bring out the damn defibrillator that night when she got fucking killed like that, bro. She got killed out there. Somebody bring out the defibrillator for Charlotte.
Yeah, that was bad.
I mean, bruh, look. I'm sorry that she had to go through all that. I'm not one to talk down about somebody's personal life. Period.
No, she'll recover. She'll recover.
Will. She will. But you don't come out there and break.
But I don't think she recovers in this feud.
No.
I think she got to go after a different feud.
Becky Lynch got to come back and help her recover from
She's going to go back and forth with someone else and then maybe come back to Tiffany at a later date.
Yeah, because Tiffany got her number right now.
When the you know what I'm saying? Because that'd be the best way to play it anyways, because you let this die out after WrestleMania. Let all this die out. Have Charlotte feud with someone else. Have Tiffany defend her belt. You know what I'm saying? Against multiple people. And then have Charlotte Flair come back and have a feud with her again out of nowhere.
They call that bitch Charlotte Flair. They call her what they call it? Plastic Flair.
That's crazy.
They call her Plastic Flair. Like, I'm not tripping, man, but all I know is this. Jey Uso loses at WrestleMania.
You think so?
Hell yeah. That's why they call her mid-event.
Gunther is
That's mid-event Jey Uso right now. Mid-event.
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm hoping he in the gym every day working out real hard twice a day. Because he really looking like that damn lobster and steak is motherfucking fattening his ass up. He can't get over that top rope no more. And motherfuckers need to stop trying to do that dive through the middle rope because they getting hung up like fucking clotheslines.
Bandito pulled it off so nice.
Did you see the NXT where fucking what's her name did that shit, almost broke her neck?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's not funny. I shouldn't laugh at that because that was
nasty.
Scary. Yeah.
It really was, bro.
But Bandito, bro, the way he did it looked so like fucking majestic. Like he was part luchador, part gazelle. I don't fucking know what it was, but
how is that even possible?
The way he flew out the ring between the ropes was crazy.
He flew like at his side.
He made that shit look like he was running on all fours and like leaped. Like that's the angle he like reached. Like it looked so I don't know how to explain it.
Damn.
But it was probably the best one I've ever seen.
Hell yeah. Well, y'all, we got a couple more minutes in this month. And what else we got for him, yo?
There's really not, you know what I'm saying, without addressing Dynamite, there's really not a whole lot more to...
We not addressing that till Sunday night.
Yeah, so there's really not too much more to address then, really, other than look forward to SmackDown here in a little bit.
Yeah, that's in about an hour, y'all. You know, Eastern time. You know, we're going to be here watching that live. Hopefully, y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? But without any further ado, this your boy, Gaming with Celeb. Check me out.
The Living Katana.
Yes, sir. Check him out. We out here. Wrestling Unleashed podcast. And y'all be safe. Y'all be smooth. Until the end, we'll see y'all Saturday evening at 6. Peace.
Peace.
Look at the stare of the champion against the challenger. No, go!